Did you hear that Bitcoin has dropped again? The cryptocurrency was down more than 50% from its all-time high set just 6 months ago. Traders fear that if a crucial resistance level is passed in the following days, the fall may be considerably more catastrophic. But whatever happens in the future, the record indicates that it will not be down indefinitely. The burial of Bitcoin has been announced more than 400 times in the press, most notably in a story titled "Crypto is Dead." So, it's the crypto crash 2022. And is this the end of Bitcoin and company? Continue watching the finances to all your queries. Welcome back to Strive. In the previous 24 hours, cryptocurrency markets have collapsed even further. According to CoinMarketCap statistics, the worldwide market cap has dropped 9.83% in the last 24 hours to $1.40 trillion as of 7:50 IST. After hitting support levels, Bitcoin is down 8.54% and is now trading at $31,008, just under half of its all-time high of close to $69,000. During the early hours of Tuesday, Bitcoin dipped below $30,000, but has since rebounded. Ethereum has also shown a big slump, falling 7.06% to $2,317. In the last 24 hours, the value of USDT Tether and USDC has increased to 0.02%. Both of these tokens are stablecoins, which is worth noting. The BNB token has also seen a significant decline. The token lost 12.78% of its value. The value of Solana's SOL token plummeted as well. The token had lost 14.77% of its value. In the previous 24 hours, XRP Ripple has also lost 11.88%. The ADA coin is now down 14.17%. During the collapse, Binance USD had become the 9th most valued coin. In the previous 24 hours, it seemed to gain 0.08%. Terra's USD value plummeted once it was debugged from the US dollar. The token has lost 21.40% of its value. In the previous 24 hours, top significant tokens have plummeted from their highs, and several digital tokens have fallen below support levels. In other developments, the UST stablecoin's value plummeted after it was depegged from the US dollar. The Luna Foundation Guard has stated that $1.5 billion in loans would be issued to aid in the stabilization of the UST virtual currency. El Salvador's president, Nayib Bukele, took advantage of the recent drop in Bitcoin markets by announcing that the nation has acquired an extra 500 Bitcoins for $15,372,000. As a result, Bitcoin has dropped more than 50% from its all-time high, reaching its lowest point in 2022. So, keep your eyes exactly on this video. Hit a subscribe and strike the bell icon. Never miss a chance to stay updated on such significant and exciting events. Experts claim that Bitcoin and other cryptocurrency values are collapsing owing to widespread selling and investor panic. Institutional investors appear to be dumping their crypto assets in large quantities, resulting in a significant price drop. BTC prices fell below $30,000 for the first time since July of 2021, according to Deshaun Bathy, chief and co-founder of Vault, who told FE Online that ETH prices were at $2,319. The crypto fear and greed indicator were in the extreme fear area, indicating that investors were very concerned about dumping their holdings to avoid losses. What we're witnessing currently, according to Bathy, is the result of BTC's strong association with the S&P index and market players attempting to lower their risk exposure. Due to unstable economic circumstances across the market, Luna Foundation Guard decided to liquidate around $750 million from its BTC reserves, adding to the current selling pressure. According to Bathy, the transaction was classified as a loan to OTC traders to safeguard the UST peg. There is already concern about inflation and the possibility of a recession wrecking the cryptocurrency markets. It was also the first occasion Bitcoin has traded below $30,000 since July of 2021, and is down about 56% from its peak in November the year before. But wait a minute. Before we offer you all Bitcoin info, have a look at our channel and videos to like them and subscribe. The world markets are being pounded by rising inflation, increased Russia-Ukraine tensions, and a hazardous scenario in Sri Lanka, according to Shivam Thakkar, CEO of Bayucoin. In addition, the Indian rupee hit a new low on Friday, raising the cost of imports and having a substantial impact on financial markets. The causes, as mentioned earlier, are placing significant pressure on the crypto market. and we are seeing a massive sell-off by investors looking to part with their money for better times. Cryptocurrencies are on the verge of disappearing rather than collapsing. Cryptocurrencies were labeled scams by a newspaper in 2019, which warned that anyone who invests any cash into them and fails only has themselves to blame. Bitcoin was valued at just over $3,000, roughly a tenth of its current value. The obituaries frequently correspond with significant price declines, immediately accompanied by even more substantial price rallies. 6 times in the previous decade, the value of Bitcoin has dropped by 50% or more. Nevertheless, it has returned to an all-time high within a few years. The causes of these crashes can span from pandemics to statewide cryptocurrency crackdowns. However, they have recently appeared to coincide with regular market moves. Crypto has gone more in pace with the stock market, with more ordinary investors on board than ever before and increased integration of existing economic structures that lets institutional investors participate. With NASDAQ seeing its worst one-day drop since June of 2020, Bitcoin and the broader crypto market were unsurprisingly affected. However, with Bitcoin gaining respectability in the financial sector and growing in favor among hedge funds, Michael Kammerman, CEO of trading software Killing, told The Independent that we should anticipate cryptocurrencies to replicate global stock market swings progressively. Cryptocurrencies and tech stocks are gradually shifting in lockstep, with investors viewing both as risk assets and withdrawing to safer parts of the market during periods of market turbulence. Broader trends, including interest rate hikes in the US, Australia, and the UK, and the US Federal Reserve boosting its primary lending rates to its highest possible level in 20 years, will substantially influence cryptocurrency's performance. However, despite the recent slump, Mr. Kammerman identified several reasons that might change the market's momentum and help it rebound. For example, El Salvador was recently joined by the Central African Republic in recognizing Bitcoin as legal money, continuing a trend of countries enacting legislation to promote cryptocurrency use. Meanwhile, the United States has declared intentions to bring much-needed regulation to the industry. In addition, the United Kingdom has stated aspirations of becoming a crypto hub to re-energize its position as a global financial center following Brexit. Regardless of favorable news in the industry, one aspect that might determine Bitcoin's price trajectory in the following weeks and months is if it can maintain its current level near $30,000. Since it first surged above it at the start of 2021, this price has shown to be vital support throughout past downturns, with Bitcoin never falling below it for any considerable amount of time. Technically, Bitcoin's structure is harmful, according to Marcus Sotorio, an expert at the UK-based digital asset trader GlobalBlock, as lower lows and lower highs persist. However, Bitcoin is reaching the bottom of the 16-month range. Nevertheless, the area between 28,000 and 32,000 around the low end of the spectrum might be a decent place to add to holdings, as on-chain measures remain positive with the proposition of Bitcoin that hasn't moved in a year currently at an all-time high. There is no explanation for why markets behave the way they do, why equities rise and fall, or why investor mood shifts from day to day. With that in mind, perhaps the best explanation for what's happening right now is that there are several reasons for investors to be concerned, and they are: first, inflation is an issue throughout the world, with the United States inflation rate nearing 40-year highs. The Consumer Price Index, which analyzes and measures how much people pay for things, rose 8.3% year-over-year in April and 0.3% month-over-month. To battle inflation and bring prices down to a manageable level, the Federal Reserve has started to increase interest rates and will immediately begin to shrink its balance sheet. These steps are required, but they make Wall Street uneasy. Although a recession is not inevitable, it is more likely than it was a year ago. According to Goldman Sachs analysts, the U.S. economy has a 38% risk of experiencing a recession in the next 24 months. Deutsche Bank has also predicted a recession, initially stating that it would be moderate and then become more negative. Other concerns are affecting investor moods at the same time. For example, the Russian conflict in Ukraine is continuing, causing inflation, supply chain problems, and oil price volatility, and contributing to the overall sense of disquiet. In addition, slow developments in China and concerns about the impact of COVID outbreaks there are causing alarm. What do you guys think about this crypto crash of 2022? Let us talk in the comment zone. Never miss a chance to strike a like and hit the subscribe button.